Why are Chinese AI experts being told not to visit the United States? Have you ever wondered why some people are told not to travel to certain countries? It's important to know about this because it helps us understand how countries manage their secrets and keep themselves safe, especially when it comes to big ideas like AI and keeping information safe on computers, which is part of cybersecurity. Could this decision affect how technology develops around the world? Let's find out. Section 1. Background information. Have you ever heard of artificial intelligence, or AI for short? AI is like a super smart computer that can think, learn, and make decisions almost like a human. People all over the world use AI to solve big problems, like helping doctors diagnose diseases faster or making cars that can drive themselves. AI is really important because it's changing the way we live, work, and learn on a global scale. Now, let's talk about China and its role in AI. China is one of the top countries in the world when it comes to developing AI technology. They have big companies like DeepSeek and Tencent that are really good at making AI. These companies are so good that they compete with other big companies around the world. DeepSeek, for example, creates AI models that can do things just as well or even better than some of the best American AI companies, and they can do it cheaper. People who work in AI often travel to different countries to meet other smart people, share their ideas, and work together on new projects. This traveling is a big part of how they learn from each other and make AI even better. In many industries, leaders and experts go to conferences, meetups, and workshops all over the world. This helps them stay connected and keep up with all the new things happening in technology. For example, if someone in China invents a new way to use AI, they might go to the United States to talk about it and learn what others are doing there. But what happens when these tech leaders can't travel? We'll look into that next and see why China is telling its AI leaders to stay put and not go to the US. Section 2. Reasons for China's travel advisory. Why is China telling its top AI people not to go to the United States? The biggest reason is all about keeping secrets safe, especially the secrets about AI. AI, or artificial intelligence, is really powerful and can do a lot of important things. Because it's so important, the information about how AI works is very special. Just like you wouldn't want someone to take your personal diary and read all your secrets, countries like China don't want their AI secrets to get into the wrong hands. AI knowledge is like a treasure chest for countries. It helps them stay strong and smart in a world where technology is very important. If this knowledge is shared or stolen, it could mean that other countries might get ahead in technology. That's why China is very careful about where its AI experts travel, especially to places where their ideas might be at risk. There's also a worry that these AI experts might be stopped or held in another country. Why would that happen? Sometimes countries use people as a bargaining chip in their big talks or negotiations with other countries. For example, a few years ago, a top executive from a big Chinese company called Huawei was detained in Canada because of a request from the United States. This was during a time when there were a lot of tensions between the US and China about technology and trade. This situation made many countries think hard about how and where their technology leaders travel. China doesn't want something similar to happen to their AI leaders, so they are being very cautious about letting them travel to the US. This way, they hope to keep their people safe and keep their important information about AI protected. Section 3. Impact on international relations. Imagine two of the biggest players in a game, each trying to outdo the other with smarter moves and better strategies. That's kind of like the AI race between the US and China. Both countries are trying to be the best in artificial intelligence, which is a type of technology that lets computers think and learn. This race is really important because being good at AI can make a country stronger and more successful in technology. Now, what happens when one of these players, China, tells its AI experts not to go to the US? It's like telling your team not to play on certain fields because it might not be safe. This decision by China can change how these two countries work together on technology projects. Normally, experts from both countries would meet, share ideas, and create new technology together. But with travel restrictions, it's harder for them to collaborate, which might slow down how fast new AI developments happen around the world. These restrictions can also affect how other countries view China and the US. When China tells its AI leaders not to travel to the US, it sends a message that they are worried about their experts and their ideas being safe. This can make other countries cautious and might change how they decide to work with China or the US on technology projects. So far, When reporters have asked the White House or China's State Council, which handles media questions, they haven't given much information. This lack of response makes people even more curious and a bit worried about what's really going on and how it will affect the future of AI and relationships between countries. Section 4. China's internal measures and responses. In China, the leader, President Xi Jinping, has made some important rules to keep the country safe, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence, or AI, and keeping information safe on computers, which we call cybersecurity. He told the big bosses in the government that keeping the country safe should be the most important thing they focus on. This means making sure that no one can steal or mess with China's technology. President Xi also wants Chinese tech companies to work harder on creating new technologies right at home. He believes that China's own ideas and markets are strong enough to compete with the world. By focusing on growing their technology themselves, Chinese companies can become leaders without having to rely too much on other countries. This helps China stay powerful and independent in the world of technology. But what if some tech leaders from China still need to travel to other countries? There's a special rule for them. Before they go, they have to tell the government about their travel plans. And when they come back, they need to share everything about their trip, like who they met and what they talked about. This is to make sure that they don't accidentally share any important secrets and to check if other countries tried to get any sensitive information from them. These steps are part of how China is trying to protect its technology and make sure its advancements in AI and cybersecurity are safe. By keeping a close watch on what happens inside and outside the country, China hopes to keep its technological treasures secure and keep getting better at technology in a safe way. Section 5. Case examples. Let's look at some real-life examples to understand how China's rules about not traveling affect AI leaders. First, there's a man named Liang Wenfeng. He started a company called DeepSeek that works on really smart computer programs called artificial intelligence, or AI. Liang Wenfeng was invited to a big meeting in Paris, which is a city in France. This meeting was important because people from all over the world were going to talk about AI and share their ideas. But Liang Wenfeng decided not to go. He stayed in China instead, because of the rules that say traveling might be risky for him and his company's secrets. Another example is about someone who started an AI company in China. We don't know their name, but this story is also interesting. This person was planning to go to the United States for work. However, just like Liang Wenfeng, they decided to cancel the trip. This decision was made because the government in Beijing, which is the capital of China, advised against it. They were worried that the trip could lead to problems like sharing too much information or getting into tricky situations with the US government. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, please hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments below.